Coming to you live from Studio B at KOPN. It is the Sticky's Cabana Podcast.
How we doing, folks? It's Sticky here with Sticky's Cabana Podcast. You know, episode 6 of this interesting year that we've had so far. So I'm going to go around the table here and have everybody introduce themselves here.
Hi, everybody. It's I, your furry pal Topher.
No. I'm nervous now. I'm going to hyperventilate. Where's my paper bag?
And, of course, across the table from me here.
I'm Taylor from Phantom Sam.
There we go.
Hi, Taylor.
I'm Space Camp, also from Phantom Sam.
And over here on the far end.
As usual, Kim. Haven't changed my name.
No,
I'm also not furry.
not a well.
And I'm not a furry either.
Yeah, there you go. So, Phantom Sam. Hey, it's been a while since we've actually got to talk with you.
Tis be true.
Tis be true. So, whereabouts y'all from?
I live on the outskirts of Lebanon, Missouri.
Okay.
And he lives in Lake Ozark, right?
Like Osage Beach area.
Yeah, Osage Beach area. So, what's the music scene like down there?
At the lake?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not for us.
No.
No.
No,
Oh,
not at
No,
all.
it's not.
It's
What's the vibe?
it's
Cover bands.
It's cover bands. It's dominated by the cover band.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Well,
okay.
like, obviously, just the concept of the cover band, but, like, you know, there's, like, a crew of them that kind of, you know, whatever.
Just dominate the scene.
Yeah, it's, I wouldn't say it's, like, competitive, but it is kind of low-key.
If you're not in that
competitive.
scene, you're not going to get in that scene kind of
Yeah,
thing.
and
Yeah.
for, like, an original band, it's very hard to get, like, you know, an hour, 90-minute slot because they want to pay you $100 an hour for 4 hours of Jimmy Buffett, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Or whatever it might be. No offense to Jimmy
Reinvent
Buffett.
all over again. Yeah.
But yeah, it's just not a place for an original scene.
Okay.
There could be. We've done well
Yeah.
where we have played.
You've
but-
been around for a while.
Yeah,
I mean-
I think this is our 3rd or 4th year as a band.
Small restructure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm honestly, now that I think about it, I'm the only original member of the band really, and he's been now you've been
It's going on almost 2 years.
yeah.
Well, unlike Leonard Skinner, I'm assuming with you being the only original member, there is no rule of 3. There have to be 3 original members of the band to use the name. So-
Explain the rule of 3 to me because I'm not unfamiliar.
That when Ronnie was still with us, the entire band came to a conclusion that in order for the name of the band Leonard Skinner to continue, to carry on,
Had to have 3 original members.
had to have at least 3 original members. Unfortunately, there are now no longer 3 original members with us
Right.
Yeah.
on the planet. So,
That's difficult.
you know, Johnny's continuing on under the Skinnerd name,
Yeah.
but according to Ronnie and the rest of the band's wishes, they can't uphold the rule of 3.
Right. So he's
That's interesting.
he's doing he shouldn't be doing that then. According to their own,
According to their own
you know.
Rule.
rule, yeah, but there was as far as I know, there was never any legal paperwork drawn
Right.
up
It was kind of
to
like
that
a
effect.
Like
verbal
your-
contract.
Right.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the whole Queensryche thing is
Right.
Jeff is out doing his own thing
Yeah.
as Queensryche, but then the band with a new lead singer is out doing their own thing under the Queensryche banner. So it's,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
But honestly, it's I mean, there's only ever been 4 members. There's never been more than 4 members of Phantom Sam at one time anyway.
Okay.
There's always classic, you know, like singer, guitar, lead guitar, or other guitar, second guitar, whatever you want to call it, bass and drums. You know what I mean? And then we lose a bass player. No, first we lost a bass player, got a new bass player, then lost drummer. Wait, no, lost bass player?
again?
Yeah. Then, oh, dude, I don't know, man. But we lost bass player, drummer, new drummer. But me and him have played together before Phantom Sam, or he joined the band, right?
Right.
He was a hip hop guy. Yeah. and he used to rap, and we formed this. I don't know what you would call it. Like it wasn't like a group. It was more like they had his rap duo, him and his buddy Clay, and we decided since they were opening for us because we like that like multi-genre thing.
Right.
And so they were like our go-to openers for a little bit, you know what I mean? And then one day it was like, what if we took made a song together that was like, I'll sing a chorus, play guitar, he'll do the drums because he was a drummer as well, and then Clay would rap, and we would do this kind of like rock hop.
I do have to ask, from that lineup, is there any video evidence thereof?
Of the rap
I actually
thing.
think there is.
I actually do, but it's like it's buried somewhere. Like
I
I'd
have
have
it
to.
saved on Facebook.
Step to the Phantom Zone. Alright, yeah. Let's go. Without further ado, we come into this is Space Life, jamming with Bam Sam. Top 5 for the band at the lake. Listen to Tampa play. Listen to Space can't make a room shake. There was so much drama in the LOC. It's kinda hard being misery-less company. We have to play. Somehow keep running in a room play every single day. Repping the show state, can't see and say Lewis. I do great tattoos and I make great music. I'm quite a minister, so it doesn't make me stupid. Space to the Phantom Sam, so now do it. Yeah. The Phantom Zone, come on. Yeah. Phantom Zone. We are going, let us go, we'll go through the Phantom Zone, the Phantom Zone, through the Phantom Zone, the Phantom Zone. Come on, both you and me, let us scream, you'll see, through the Phantom Zone, the Phantom Zone, through the Phantom Zone, through the Phantom Zone. Yeah. Come on. Yeah.
I just like
But it's
finding
fun.
obscure things like that out there.
Same.
Basically, I wanted the idea of like we make a song together, so it like smears the sets together, like blends them
Right.
into like because they would open for us all hip hop, and then kind of smear it into, you know, our Phantom Sam thing.
You did something very similar
With work.
with
Yeah.
Work Jones. Yeah.
Yeah, my band, The Bomb, basically a cover band, couple of originals here and there, but it was mostly classic rock, bar rock, that kind of thing.
Right.
Work Jones is out of KC,
Oh, Jeff City.
or
Jeff,
Jeff City,
yeah.
rather. But Work is a rap artist, and I am a huge fan of Chester Bennington and Linkin Park. And I got The Bomb to work up a rock rendition of
Was it in the end?
In the End.
In the
Yes,
End, yeah.
thank you, Kim. And I talked to Work at one of his gigs at the Cabana. I'm like, dude, I know this is a huge ask because you work solo. Would you consider doing a partnership with The Bomb so that we could bring some reality to In the End and have a rock band with a rap artist and do this song? And he's like, yeah, no problem.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well, I mean, even think about when you and he did Run DMC's Walk This Way.
That's what I was actually going to mention that because I was like, we're not the first people to
Yeah.
have done that.
Right.
And I was going to mention that Aerosmith and
Run DMC
Run
doing
DMC.
And it wasn't even with The Bomb. I think, had I departed The Bomb at that point?
I believe you had.
But it was for,
A benefit.
right, it was our benefit in 2022.
It was 22.
Yep.
And to open the show, Work and me solo got up, just the two of us, and did In the End. And then Trap Boy D joined us, and we did a rendition of Walk This Way.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because our main mantra at the Cabana is music has no genre. It's
Exactly.
Absolutely. Music
what
is
comes
music.
from the heart.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was fun.
It was scary as hell because Work and I had gotten together when I was with the Bomb and really fine-tuned and worked out in the end.
Yeah.
But when we did Walk This Way, we didn't have any time
Yeah.
for
I
the
do
three of
remember
us to get together and actually work it out as a performance.
It just kind of
So-
happened on
So it
stage.
was
When we
off the
did it
cool.
on
street.
stage, that was the first time the three of us
Hey, man.
had
Sometimes
gotten
it's-
together and did it, and all three of us were just nervous as long-tailed cats in a room full of rocking chairs.
What?
And
Put that one
We're
down
like-
in my book here.
are we really gonna do this to open a show
man.
that's 2 days long?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
y'all
we
had
had
that
we had
energy.
17 different artists at
You
that
know,
benefit.
I mean, it's not like it was perfect, but y'all just had that energy.
Yep.
You know, and y'all really hyped everyone up. You know, it's like, okay, what's next? You know,
Honestly, I and I may be wrong, but I'm sure there are people out there that agree. But it's like I realize that if you just put yourself out there and you bring the heat, you bring that energy, you bring that vibe,
Yep.
you almost can. You can fuck up. You can make mistakes. It can be raw. It can be weird.
And nobody cares.
But nobody cares
Yep.
because
No.
you're bringing them into your bubble. You know what I mean? It's like you're
Wow.
bringing that vibe. For
Well, right. Even
Within
Eddie,
reason.
even Eddie Van Halen said, "The perfection is in the imperfection."
I think I just learned something thinking about karaoke night.
Uh-oh.
Are you a notorious karaoke?
Oh no,
No.
just the opposite.
Like you hate karaoke, or you're
Just
not good
timid.
at it, or what?
She's timid.
Oh no,
Can you
she's
believe
good.
that?
She's afraid of it.
Oh, you're afraid of karaoke.
Can you believe that? She's timid.
What's your favorite song ever? What's a song you know every word to?
Alicia Keys, No One.
Order it up. Let's play
Yeah.
it. We're doing it right now.
Yeah.
March 23rd is our next Cabana karaoke night.
Let me guess, y'all want me to try it again.
If you
Hell
know
yeah.
that's all you hell,
Well, you
you
s-
tried to get me to rap, so yes, I need you to
Sticky,
sing.
I'm still calling you out, man.
Yeah.
After
Yeah.
hearing you at bonfire after bonfire, just spitting those lyrics, just man.
Spitting flow?
Nah,
Oh yeah.
Sticky's got some flow?
Yes.
Sticky
If you're
It's
talking
my
late
black
80s,
and
early
I.
90s rap, believe it or not, this
He
country boy
needs
can
a
do
black
it.
card. This man.
Black card.
Oof. Silver knows what I'm talking about. He's heard him.
You
Yeah.
didn't even get a word. You got a oof.
But, I mean,
Yeah, he's
that-
just
that
thinking
white
of the
man,
negative
that
feedback we're going to
redneck
get over
over
the
there,
whole
he
black
flows.
card comment.
that redneck flows, okay?
Dude, if we
He
if we
feels
all
those
get
lyrics.
canceled because of you.
Oh, no.
The black one
Because
said
of
it.
you. Well, they didn't say that.
The
Yeah.
big
almost
doth-
worse.
The big and doth speak and give her a blessing.
Yeah.
So everybody else can off.
Well, I mean, and that,
We dodged a bullet.
yeah, Sticky and I are both military, so the only
Yeah.
color we see anyway is green.
Yep.
Exactly.
Sorry, I
Yeah.
just wanted to breathe
Yoda.
heavily.
Yeah.
I didn't know what else to do.
A little closer to the mic.
Don't make me make those sounds sitting by.
Yeah.
Yes. Can we? I want to give you a clap, even if I'm the only one clapping.
Yeah,
here.
there you go.
Give her a clap, just don't give her the clap.
Oh,
I've never had an STI.
Thank God.
That's what they're calling it
But
nowadays.
you
Yeah,
do now.
STDs,
You
I
do
know.
now hold the record for the first time we've ever redlined the board.
Oh, nice. Can I say that I am excited to be a part of it?
Yeah.
It's good to be here,
You know
everybody.
what?
Yeah,
Glad to be in the
Nice
room.
working with you, man. Thank you. Nice working with you.
absolutely.
And we
You
now
are
have
wonderful,
audio and
Roger.
video
Thank you.
evidence.
Thank you.
Yeah. So to kind of get back to
Yes.
everything here.
Hey,
Back
and
to
I
you,
didn't even
Sticky.
Back to Sticky.
And now
here.
remember, I didn't really start that train.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know where it
It's
started.
rain.
Oh, okay.
It was Taylor.
Yeah.
All right, back to Sticky
So
with sports.
you said multi genre, and it kind of fits in the same same vein as the Cabana. As the
Right,
Cabana
right.
has no genre. If I were to guess, your all's genre that you guys kind of go with, I think it's kind of a smear as well of genre, a little multi. I think it's kind of a psychotic, psychotic bluesy rock band.
The old psycho.
Psychotic or
I-
psychedelic?
Psychedelic. That's where I'm wanting to go.
Okay.
That's what you're trying to say.
That kind of sounded cool.
Kind of a
Psycho
mixture.
Why are you
psychedelic.
stepping on his
No,
shit,
I'm
dude?
just.
Yeah.
Come on, Topher.
Unfortunately, the
No.
world outside this room likes their definitions and their borders and their little.
Yeah.
Must label.
I'm just fucking with
Or
you.
else
Yeah.
we don't understand. I mean, some labels, I guess, can help people understand themselves, but when it becomes so tedious and it seeps into
Yeah.
everything, especially, creativity, artistry.
Right.
I think sometimes it kind of makes it tedious as a listener and as an artist. Because it's like, okay, what genre do I have to fit into?
Yeah, you don't
What
have to.
You
niche
don't?
Do
You
I
don't.
have to? Well, exactly, you don't. But I feel like some artists get caught up in that. It's
Yeah.
like, you have to stay
Yeah.
in this lane.
See, I've always been annoyed by, and I don't want to like how the kids say these days, throw shade at other bands.
That's almost out because Gen Alpha's coming up and those little sociopaths. Bless my nephew.
Well, I
Love that boy.
I don't want to like offend any other bands, but I personally have always hated like when people are like, like, oh, we're like Led Zeppelin and crossed over with Ozzy. Like they use other artists and other genres to describe themselves. Whenever me and him have like we've been very firm, and like if people are like, what do you sound like? It's just come see the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you
Call it
go.
The new
Yeah.
fresh, it's like,
The fresh car smell.
the fresh car smell. It's like, well, I should
like,
tell
what do
you
you-
what we smell like.
Yeah, it's like we can't
Team
tell you what we
spirit.
sound like. We can tell you what we smell like. And that's a new car.
So you guys just buying those little, car
The little trees.
Not the sprays.
God.
I just wear it around my neck. The little pine tree.
Oh, is that what's under the star?
No,
The pine
would
trees
you
are-
shit yourself if there was?
No, but I might fall out of my chair laughing on camera.
Yeah, she might have another giggle fit.
All right, in post? Can you edit pine tree right here?
Yes, he
See,
can.
she's laughing. Yeah,
And he
fall,
probably
fall,
will.
fall. No, I'm kidding. She said she was gonna fall out of her chair
Taylor,
laughing.
you're as much of an instigator as I am. No wonder we've gotten off topic. Oh my gosh.
You do have your inhaler, right, Kim?
Oh, yes, I do.
Okay.
I do.
So we're all safe.
Sorry, I'm a camera panderer.
Pander.
I am.
As my
Pandora?
mind is further into the
Pandora.
gutter for this morning.
Yeah. Dude, am I ruining your show
No,
so
you're
far?
good. You're good.
Oh, dude, you're bringing my kind of energy.
Okay, good.
It's gonna be a fun one to edit.
I don't think I've seen Lucas laugh so much during one of our podcasts.
I know, that's
That-
part of my problem with giggling. He's over there smiling and laughing.
You just
so
spit
hard.
up.
All over his beard.
She's like, ah.
So yeah.
Yeah,
but
back to you, Sticky.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're
Wait
good.
a minute.
No.
Derailing
I'll get you
your
a
podcast.
towel.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. You say, just come to the show.
Buckets.
Yeah.
But with having seen you all perform, that's kind of where I would kind of put it. With the
Yeah. I
psychedelic.
invite your interpretation.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't personally want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
I think
Yeah,
that's
fair
the
enough.
fun
Don't
thing
want to be
about-
boxed in.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I'll let you if you want to box me in your own.
in our own box.
Yeah.
But that's what I think's fun about art in general. When an interpretation is not forced.
Yeah.
Just how the audience takes it,
Yeah,
in
yeah.
groups as individuals.
How they interpret it.
Well-
exactly.
And also, like, you run a venue, right? And I feel like it is important for a venue or a talent buyer or whoever it may be to be able to describe a band, because you need to be able to, you need to know how to market
Yeah.
it.
Right,
You know what I
true.
mean? And if you be like, we have generic band or playing, you know what I mean? It's like, you can't really do that.
Generic
You-
band playing
You gotta be
original
like,
music,
you know,
yeah.
Come
You-
drink shots with generic band.
yeah.
Yeah.
Next Friday, band.
Yeah.
9 p.m. Doors at 8.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuff.
So here's another question then. Where'd the name Phantom Sam come from?
Well, back in 1902, 'twas written in the stone.
Yeah.
No, I.
He
Does that
who
have anything
pulleth
to do
the
with the
sword
Hollywood
forth
advance,
from the stone.
You're. You're scaring me, Frank.
Holy Grail.
Yeah, who's Frank Lee? I don't know. Sorry, scrap it.
Yeah.
Scrap it. Cut it in post, please. Cut that out.
No, that'll stay.
I'm just kidding.
Probably. Yeah.
It was a dumb joke. You guys, everyone's gonna make fun of me. Here's this. No, Phantom Sam. Basically, I'm a firm believer in, like, you said psychology and stuff. You're into psychology. You know, like Carl Jung, and he was always basically was like. He had the belief and the theory of everybody has a shadow. There's, like, you know, everybody has a yin, a yang, a good, a bad. You know, there's a dual. I'm obsessed with the duality of man, basically. And so to me, I was like, well, who is this character that everybody is nowadays all wishy-washy about? And that's the Uncle Sam, right? You know what I mean? It's like, and so I was like, what's the shadow of Uncle Sam? The Phantom Sam, right? And it was just something that popped up in my head. I was probably smoking a little too much
awesome bunny
weed.
trail. That's pretty deep.
And
That's pretty
I was a big chain smoker at the time, so I was
It's not
probably
weed,
just like,
it's medicine.
yeah. But
It was put forth upon the earth for us to heal ourselves.
right. But
I did already. No, yeah.
Carl Jung always said that one can't exist without the other, basically. And you actually, the shadow isn't something that is necessarily a bad thing. It's something that you should harness and kind of, it's almost ego. You have to keep your ego on a leash, essentially.
Well, I
And
mean, that it kind of discards in some ways that whole concept of good and evil in a more religious moral sense versus a psychological one.
yeah. Like, there's a misconception about the shadow, too. It's like, honestly, like confidence could be part of your ego. Like, but it's necessary for you, even like back in, like, you know, the cavemen, they had to harness some form of ego in order to survive, in order to hunt, in order to protect their families, whatever. It's like that, you have to have that. But I digress a little bit. So basically I was like, the Phantom Sam, the Uncle Sam. Phantom Sam sounds evil. Uncle Sam might, in some people's eyes, be evil, but it's like, is the government good? Is the Phantom good? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I wanted that, like, up in the air, like, who's the good guy, who's the bad guy thing.
Two sides
Right.
of the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
coin.
And so I just view the Phantom Sam as the anti-hero. So
I
it's
get
like,
ya.
you know, it's up for interpretation,
It's
but that's what my
necessary.
mentality came.
A lot of people want
about.
Uncle Sam, you know, that trustworthy Uncle Sam, but they shy away from Phantom Sam and don't realize it's necessary.
Right.
You have to have both sides.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, but that was I mean, I
Dude,
honestly
you're just,
haven't
like, speaking
rehashed.
my language. I want to, like, talk to you forever now.
I haven't
Goodness.
even, like, rehashed that in a long time. So
Wow.
it was kind of like, you know.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
It reminds me of my favorite scene from Full Metal Jacket.
Green, what is that button on your body armor?
A peace symbol, sir.
Where'd you get it?
I don't remember, sir.
What is that you've got written on your helmet?
Born to kill, sir.
You write born to kill on your helmet and you wear a peace button. What's that supposed to be? Some kind of sick joke?
No, sir.
What is it supposed to mean?
I don't know, sir.
You don't know very much, do you?
No, sir.
You better get your head and your ass wired together or I will take a giant shit on you.
Yes, sir.
Now answer my question or you'll be standing tall before the man.
I think I was trying to suggest something about the duality of man, sir.
The what?
The duality of man, the Jungian thing, sir.
Right.
You throw out an awesome message right there in the name of the band. So
Yeah.
I always just imagine it, and I know this probably doesn't, I hope this makes sense, but it's like you imagine like you have a faucet, hot and cold, and I feel like life, nothing is black and white. It's like one's black, one's white, and you have to just find that nice temperature for
Yeah.
everything that you do.
Well, I mean,
That
life
good
should
shade
be
of
about
gray.
balance.
Yeah, balance.
Yeah.
not referencing the monkey song at all there, but
No, but you need balance in life in order to,
definitely.
you know, and it goes with like the shows and stuff. It's like I always tell him all the time, it's like I want to play like not serious tunes, but but I like the lyrics to have like a real message and be a truthful, honest statement. But then in between songs, we goof off and we make fun of each other and we talk to the audience and like be funny and jolly. And my whole thing is like I want people to see how jolly we are, and then you hear the music and you're like, are you okay? Like, I'm genuinely concerned for your well-being. Are you, you know what I mean? Like, I don't
Right.
know. I've always wanted to instill that.
To play off of that message theme and the breaks where you're jolly and you're serious, we're going to take a quick second here to have a message from our sponsor.
Hi, I'm Christy Lockwood, a licensed real estate agent with Iron Gate Real Estate. If you are looking to sell or purchase a home in the Mid-Missouri area, I would love to assist you in that process. If you want to give me a call, 573-239-4401. I'd be more than happy to meet with you and see how I can assist you.
And we're back. And if you would all do us a favor, please remember, keep the algorithm happy with us. Like, subscribe, hit that bell notification if you're so inclined.
Comment.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Comments.
Comment.
We love the comments.
Yes.
Good, bad, ugly, otherwise.
Whatever it is, just please.
You know,
put it up there.
if you want to call us effing a-holes, we don't care because you're commenting
You know,
and
I
it looks
own
good.
that.
Yeah.
I
So
own that. I own the a-hole thing.
Mm-hmm.
We all have one.
everybody's got one and all of them stink. I don't
Except
care
for
what
mine.
you spray on it.
It's so
Poopery.
You gotta
Poopery.
Sticky, so I hope you
Sodium.
got some. 'Cause,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we just came up with a new product that is going to sell millions and millions. You know, a spray-on deodorant for your a-hole.
and every
Poopery.
time you
That
fart,
brand is real.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Seriously?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, poopery.
You spray it in the toilet.
Leave it to Lucas to know this.
It's just a bathroom spray,
Like-
right?
Yeah,
like
you-
a Febreze.
You put it in the toilet. And then,
oh,
Oh,
you're
is
talking
it?
about that stuff
It's
you
more than
actually
that. They got a
spray.
whole like perfume line, all kinds of
Yeah,
shit.
you spray on the top of the toilet water, then you go poop, and it's supposed to actually, encapsulate, keep the smell inside.
release the demon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what the hell does that do to our water supply? I
know,
always
but it
think, because if you're
releases the
spraying it on
vulnerable
water, then you
demons.
drop a
There you go.
goose in it,
No.
and it goes into the.
No, we're going to take this back to dogma. It exercises the Golgotha demon, all right?
I'm just going
Whatever.
to be honest. If you're thinking about the water supply and you're thinking it's going to get back to your drinking water, you're shitting in that water.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I mean, hey.
So why are you worried about the poopery?
I'd be more worried about the E. coli.
coli.
The E.
You should be
coli
worried
would
about
be
your
my
doo-doo
biggest concern.
getting in
Hey,
your
at
drinking
least
water.
my Dukas is like,
Topher, really.
yeah, really. At least that is biodegradable and it becomes part of the dirt again, and
Coli.
And you're still drinking lavender flavored shit water.
Has corn and peanuts in it.
It's fucking that.
The lavender doesn't sound bad.
You know what? Never
my
mind,
mom's
well,
favorite flower was lavender. So.
I have to point out though that you've said so many words and like several words and phrases that I will continue to use for the rest of my life.
Well, thank you.
Like Dukas.
Dukas.
I don't even know, man.
Hey, let me give you
Made a
another
whole
one.
bunch of brand new sentences.
Let me give
Yeah.
you another one. Fuck teat.
Explain.
2000.
demand-
Children, anyone under the age of 21 needs to hold their hands over their ears while Kim explains her term.
No, this was the dying times.
Uh-huh.
2013, I got varicella pneumonia. That's basically chickenpox, but it actually went into my lungs.
Dun dun.
Went into respiratory failure, ICU. For some reason, my body processes things really fast. So the propofol, that usually one bottle lasts a person day or two, an hour and a half, 2 hours for me. And apparently they got so low on it, they had to rush around the hospital looking for more. And they found one box that had to last me and anybody else on it until the next delivery a few days later. So, in the wakeful times where I was, struggling, hearing people's voices, I know some ASL. For some reason, I was being a smartass while intubated and in a chemically induced coma-ish, considering I kept coming out of it.
When are you ever not?
In a chemically induced
That's-
coma.
No,
I was
well,
gonna
that
go.
too, but a smart ass.
Oh.
When I am working,
It's like,
when
wait a
I
minute,
am
when are you
working
not in a coma?
my other job, that is when I am not, because I got to drive all over town.
I've heard stories from you.
I would like to keep my job.
Ooh, Topher's in trouble.
Some of my coworkers listen to this.
You need to get to your definition.
Okay.
Well, just make sure they subscribe,
You
okay?
literally, I'm like
Yeah,
inching
they
to the
are.
edge of my seat.
Here's the thing. Tansy, this nurse, bless her heart, she's actually working in helicopters now. So go Tansy wherever you are. If you hear this, thank you for helping me pull through. But she fought for me along with my partner, one of my partners.
Right.
And apparently during these times I'm hearing them talking and then I start signing. They started getting a dry erase board because I'm just signing all over the place. At one point I asked, I said, "You dead?" And they're like, "No, honey, you're not dead. You're not dying." I said, because I was in soft restraints because I kept trying to take the thing out. I was like, "No, you dead," because they stopped talking. They fell out laughing. And I started signing Fuckteet.
Fuck teeth.
Fuck teat. Did I spell that right?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know. Sometimes I don't know how to spell.
I called my partner in Tansy fuck teats.
Fuck teat.
Yeah, I
There you
made
have it,
that up
folks.
while dying. Fuck teat. I don't know. I have no other explanation except for, yeah.
I think it's self-explanatory. Can you edit self-explanatory right here?
It's Kim.
Kim time.
We'll get in. We'll get
But
in.
yeah,
post.
We'll get
fuck
into
teat.
Kim time.
Do not forget that.
It's no
I've
longer the
never
Sticky's Cabana
heard anything.
podcast. It is now Kim time.
I
You need your own show, darling.
No, I
This
don't.
is
You're gonna
Chewing
have
the
fun with
Fat
this
with
one.
GM Kim.
Taylor, I'm sorry, but he just makes me want to just bounce conversation off of him. Okay? I mean,
I don't know.
But I mean,
We're having
he
fun.
is so engaging.
That's a new idea for the Phantom
Oh my gosh.
Sam podcast. You know, you
Yeah.
and Kim just get on and back and forth.
Yeah, and with that said, tell us about that podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have a podcast?
On
I
YouTube.
do have one.
Hey, that's how I found out
edits
about
it?
you guys doing my research for today.
Does that?
We wanna
Is
know.
checking out all those shorts and
Everybody, okay. We'll tell you about the podcast.
Tell
No,
us about the sticky bits.
sticky butts.
I can also do
love that
Elmo,
you were
but I
so
can
awesome.
only say the word
You two
Elmo.
crack me up.
Elmo,
Okay,
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Let me see. I've been drinking a lot of
Elmo's your
coffee and
friend.
0 water
Make
today.
me
So.
giggle.
You know what? This would move to like
Back to you,
an
Kim.
MA rating. If you keep doing Elmo, please stop.
Elmo. La 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 la, la 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 la, Elmo show.
Topher's World, yeah. Sorry.
We're gonna get hit with so many copyright
Where the
violations on this
fuck
show.
am I?
Hey, we don't own the rights.
Yeah.
If
No,
we say it on the record, they can't sue you, not me, you.
no, it's fair use. You know, this is an educational show.
I don't know.
So we use
shit.
Elmo.
Oh my god.
All right. Let's get serious now.
No.
You've been poking the entire time and making me go on track and laugh. Come
That's
on
his
now.
purpose in life.
I thought that was mine, but dude, he
Well,
just
yeah.
out instigated me today.
I'll continue to poke the shit out of you.
Her partners might get jealous.
Yeah, I
not
just have
touching
to
you, I'm
let
not
them
touching you.
know that poking is happening. His girlfriend might have a problem with it.
My
Yeah.
girlfriend's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
But to the Phantom Sam podcast.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He forgot.
You guys gotta reel reel
Yeah,
me in
reel it
sometime.
in.
But
Reel
no, we have a
it
podcast on YouTube. It's not. I don't really think that it's like suitable for like Spotify and shit because it's not. Never mind. I'll get to that, dude. Will you be quiet? You keep talking over
Yeah,
me.
I'm
No.
so interested now. You have pulled me in.
We have a show on YouTube called Phantom Sam's Art of the Jam, right?
Okay.
And so, basically, back to the.
Should have brought the dice.
I do have the dice in my pocket. I don't go anywhere without them because they're sacred to me and it's cute.
Okay.
But no, we were talking about how like raw, impromptu performances earlier you were talking
Right.
about. It's like I love that. Nothing makes me more giddy than getting on a stage or in front of a camera and not knowing what the fuck is gonna happen or what's going on, right?
Anytime anybody walks in that door,
Yeah.
we
So,
never know.
basically, like and I wish it was in a more. I feel like a podcast is the only way that's actually like a marketable thing, like format for a show. Because I feel like we couldn't really like go on stage and do this. I mean, I feel like we could, but it'd take some special finagling if that makes sense. But I'll get to it. So basically, the show is formatted how we have like a talk, but it's modeled after stage banter. You know what I mean? It's like I have a mic, he has a microphone, and he's behind his drums. And I have my guitar, and I have just like I would on stage have a thing, but it's all wired up like you guys have it, But it's modeled after a stage scenario. Basically, you ever see the movie Tenacious D?
Oh, yeah.
In the Pick of
Yes.
Destiny?
Yeah.
You know how he does the gig simulator? He's like, place up the douchebag, and he's like flinging bottles. Well, that was kind of loosely inspired the show, too, because it's like... basically, let me get to the format of the show before I explain anything further like that. But
Do tell.
basically, we would do these talks, and we just bullshit, me and him. Like, we would banter on stage or just as friends, whatever. Talk about movies and music and whatever, anything.
Whatever comes to mind.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I have a set of dice that I had custom made that have like I don't know. You guys want to see them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to see my dice?
See, I was wondering
He
when
pulls
the
out a
dice would come into
D100, and I am going to
storage.
be impressed.
Well, one of them's a vitamin. That's my multivitamin. So.
I can't roll that.
But I don't know if the camera can see them. But so you have every key of music, right?
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it has your every key. You know how that works. And then it has a chord quality, which is like minors, majors, major sevenths, suspended, augmented, diminished, minor seventh. And then you have time signatures, 3/4, 4/4, 5/4, 12/8, 6/8, 7/4, 9/8. And then you have accent. So basically just a normal 12-sided dice. And so basically like how it would work is you when you roll all the dice, say you get 4/4, that's easiest for people to understand. So 4/4, if you 1 through 4, that's your accent. So if you hit the 1, like James Brown Power of One, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, that's your accent beat. And obviously if it's over 4, you would cut halves and round up and things like that, because obviously there's 12 and there's not a 12th beat in a 4/4 time signature, if that makes sense. Then this
Only
is a
to musicians and theory guy. Only to musicians and theory guys.
I honestly am not a theory guy, but I know enough to have made this, and so I'm like, I'm trying to learn.
It's definitely a learning experience.
I want not learn
whole-
theory, but just like we'll get to that. So this is a penalty dice. It's a normal 6-sided dice, and a penalty is where the basically the play something douchebag thing comes in. It's like it's a handicap essentially. So basically it'd be like a penalty board 1 through 6, and all 6 would have a different penalty, whether it applies to me alone or just Space Camp or the both of us or a guest or something. We'll make them up before we film the show. So every show is different in penalty, but it'd basically be like it could be like Space Camp no cymbals. So he has to go through this jam and he can't touch his cymbals at all, right? And it's just like, what if something on stage happens? Like, what if a cymbal falls down and you don't have that time to pick it up or fix it you have to kind of figure out how to do it. You know what I mean? Or it could be like Taylor detuned string, and so I have to close my eyes, and Space Camp can pick any string and just detune the string, and I have to play around that string, right? So I'm not allowed to tune it back, so I have to kind of use.
You guys need to at least do an EP, if not a full album,
Of that.
with that entire thing. Just
Well, I thought about that, and this is a cool segue. Let me remember that segue because I think we're on the same page here.
Okay.
So that's how the penalty dice works. This is another thing. So this is a game mode dice. I have 3 game modes, and it has our logo on it, our hat with the spiral,
okay.
and that's a freestyle, which basically means like
Every time, though.
you just follow. That happens a lot, yeah. But you just follow these dice, right? Then there's one that is a time clock, and that's a time trial game mode, which basically that means that I'll set up a rep timer like you would use for exercising or working out or whatever, and it'd be like I think it's 4 5-minute intervals, and so it'll give you that countdown at the end of an interval for the next one, and the jam has to change on the fly, has to change completely.
Oh man!
So it gives you that like
It's definitely.
it trains you to like shift gears on the fly. You have to quick think, right?
That's awesome.
And then this is my favorite, and we've only done it once. We've only done time trial once too.
Oh yeah, this one.
This is a drama mask with a blindfold, and I'm sure you probably could imagine what that means. Is we do the jam blindfolded, so we have to kind of
There
like
is an episode of that.
we do. Yeah,
Nice.
they're all the trial runs because I wanted to like create the show like while filming the show. You know what I mean? You got to start somewhere, and it's
Right.
like we're like I say it in the show. It's like, hey, if you're watching, this is probably gonna end up shit because we're still like developing it and everything like that. But segue, you were talking about an album doing it like this. Is that what
Right.
you're getting at? Is
Yes.
the album? So the original 19 episodes that we did, because I'm about to start editing episode 53.
Yeah.
In lieu of episode 50, because I look at it as a milestone, right? I'm very proud of, even in its current state, it's kind of it's not perfect. You know what I mean? It's not what show is, but you know
Exactly.
what I mean? It's something that I'm proud of, and I've, putting in hours and hours of work editing it and just trying to develop it and just everything around it. Like Sticky Bits came out of, as like a short form Art of the Jam type of thing, and I was just, it is what it is. But in lieu of episode 50, I was like, we should take the first 19 episodes, which are all audio only. They're in no talking. It's just jam, because that's what it came out of. And so I was like, I don't care how bad these sound, because they were recorded on like my voice memos app at the time, it's just somewhere that we started. I was like, I'm going to give these to my buddy who I've done a lot of recording with over the years. And I was like, I'm going to give these 19 recordings of these 10, 15, 20-minute jams. There's 19 of them. I'm going to have him mix and master them, remaster them as best he can for being on just one track. Everything's on one track.
Yeah.
And so he did, and I was like, I'm going to release these as the first Art of the Jam Volume 1, The Dawn of Jam.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So we're going to release those on all, and and I don't expect anybody to really listen to it, because it takes a special person to sit and listen to a flawed process. If that makes sense. We always say, with the part of the literal art of the jam is you're panning for gold, right? It's like you start a jam, and 75% of that might be shit and awful, right? Because you're finagling around, you're noodling, you're trying to find something.
Right.
You know what I mean? The audience, though. I can't speak for other people, but for me, I love patterns and processes and just watching the progression of something experimental.
And see, that's what I think. Honestly, I feel like the world needs more people like that, and I think it's actually this is another thing. I feel like people, like, over the years and throughout the 60s, 70s, 80s, like, music and musicians have been idolized. They're all put on a pedestal, you know what I mean? Like, Hendrix is God, which he might be, but it's beside the point. What I mean is, I think that the human aspect of music needs to make a comeback. It needs to be put on a pedestal a little more
I think I'm
figuratively.
going to mention an artist that may be persona non grata to many, Bjork.
Bjork?
Yeah.
I
And
am not
also
like I know.
Selma Songs, the movie that she did. It was very flawed, but I understood it. And just she had basically experimental music.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Bjork.
Yeah.
My long-term partner Kelly can't stand her voice, but I love it. I can't play.
Well, it's so Yoko-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I was going to go with.
But
Yoko.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah, it kind of is.
You familiar with her son, Sean Lennon?
Yes, very much.
Have you heard the Claypool Lennon Delirium? You ever heard that band?
No.
You like Primus?
Yes.
It's Les Claypool of Primus and Sean Lennon. And
Right.
they created the Claypool Lennon Delirium, and I heard of them.
Oh,
I heard
hell.
of them like a week before I went to Beale Street in Memphis and seen them live, because we used to go to the festival every year where you see like
Right.
every band you could ever
Beale
want
Street
to
in
see.
May.
Yeah, Memphis in May.
Yeah.
And we used to go every year until COVID ruined everything for everybody, in a way.
Yeah.
But I digress here. So, yeah, I heard of them a week before, and then I was like, I'm going to see them? You know, like, because they were at the festival, and the reason my buddy showed me is because they announced they were going to be at the festival, and he's like, I've never heard this band, but they're really fucking good. And I listened to them, and I was like, I'm now actually, because it got to the point where I'm no longer excited for the festival. You know what I mean? Like, you have too much of something.
Right.
Does that make sense? And then you're like, okay, I don't really appreciate it that much anymore.
It's like when you've got too many options and there's no choice to be made.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
But that, like, revitalized
First world problem.
my love for the festival. You know what I mean? And so I was like, dude. And I seen him, and now I'm a big vinyl guy. I noticed you guys have a player back there. But I'm a big vinyl guy, and so I went and I immediately got back and bought all their albums on vinyl. And I was like,
I gotta go find this.
Yeah. And they're one of those weird, obviously, Primus is a weird band, and obviously Sean Lennon being the offspring of two weird people.
Yeah.
Is they have like the label on the record itself is like, what is it? A oscilloscope? What is that called? It's basically where it's almost like how an old projector worked, where it was a series of stills,
Right.
and it would rotate. It's like that.
The
So when
shadow.
yeah, kind of. And as the record spins, it makes like a little picture. It's kind of cool.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
But
Here we go.
check them out, Lennon Claypool Delirium.
Well, with them having an album, what do you all have out?
Right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have, I was talking about...
I mean, we're talking about albums. Let's, yeah.
No, it's a little over a year old.
The 10th will actually... Today is our 1 year for that.
Oh, that's kind of crazy.
There we go.
So 1 year
Golf
exactly today.
Ironically.
Phantom Sam released their first EP, which is Phantom Sam in the Dirty Machine. It's on all streaming platforms.
Okay.
And I will say this though, that the songs are good. I'm proud of the songs. I'm proud of the recording. I'm proud of everything that was done in the time. But it doesn't necessarily represent us right now, because we went through a full lineup change.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know, because on that record, it was before he joined and before we lost everybody, pretty
It
much.
sounds like it's still an important part of
But
your
yes,
history and your
it's the
evolution.
process. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
it's the part of that.
It's
I mean,
not the
sometimes you gotta
destination,
change
it's the
things to
journey.
grow.
Exactly. And but all I can say about what's to come album-wise is I will say that we do have it in the books to record another EP, but I don't want to jinx anything.
Yep.
So I'm not going to say any more than that.
Yeah, all right,
Make
all
the
right.
elves go away.
Touch
that
wood.
Cause mischief. knock
No,
on
you're
wood.
calling forth upon the spirits of the wood from which this Formica came.
No, but we will be recording in the near future, and so we'll have a new album out hopefully by the end of the year. That's
Yeah.
the goal.
Cool.
And but the Art of the Jam album should be out at least by April or May, I hope.
Awesome.
So, but that's just fun. That's not I'm proud of it,
And then,
but it's not like you know what I mean. It's not like a studio great
Right.
album.
And then Cash of Contraband.
Oh yeah. And then we have a thing coming out on. Basically, it's in
Sunday.
it comes out Sunday, but it was kind of
actually.
in the spirit of the first 19 episodes of Art of the Jam. So it's like basically I was like, we always like we jam a lot, right? you know, we'll jam around songs, like legit songs. We'll just jam just to kind of feel each other out, whatever, you know. And I'll, you know, every now and again, I'll just hit record on my app on my phone just to get it, you know. Well, I started accumulating them. And so I was like, what do we do with these? Like, we can either turn...
There's some really good shit in there,
Yeah,
too.
some of them do become songs, legit songs. Like, we'll take, like, grooves or riffs or things or beats out of them, and I'll write them into real songs.
Yeah.
Not to discredit them for not being real songs, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You can't write fast enough. You know what I mean? It's like we do it so often that it was like I have like 20 of these and I don't even know where to go. I'm already working on something else. So it's like, why not just... And even if I write and turn it into a song, it's like, what if why can't I just release it in this form as well? You know what I mean?
Right.
And make this... We were just talking to him on the way here. It's like, I want to release anything and everything that I can.
Possible.
Yeah, in any form. I want to make a massive print on the world. Whether it be, you know, and as you're talking about being able to see the process, it's like, I think it'd be cool to, like, you hear this studio track, and they're like, man, this is this is a good song, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, later down the road, you see this thing on YouTube or even released on some kind of random compilation album of raw bullshit, and you're like, oh, I can hear that song, and you see where it came from. It's like the raw ore. You know what I mean?
I think, and I kind of bring this up in different ways of how an artist is going about things that just pulls the audience in, because it lets the audience into your world a little bit. You know,
absolutely.
Because they have no idea what the process may be like unless they too are musicians. You know, so to actually say, whoa, so they actually started with that.
Yeah,
and they got all the way over here to a studio album. Wow, you know, that evolution. I think pulls people in.
Yeah, I feel like that's also important for people that may not have the confidence to, like, say somebody that wants to be a musician, but they see all this polished material come out on a studio record, and and they're like, oh well, I'm not that good. Like, you know what I mean? It's like
they don't understand how that raw effort first goes in.
It always everything, and I'm not the first one to say this, but everything, the first draft of everything is shit. Everything.
Typically.
Yeah, it usually is.
Yeah.
It's awful. Like we recorded a song last night, and it was actually came out better than I thought.
Yeah.
But it's a new one we've been working on and kind of fleshing out. But we listened to it in the car on the way here, kind of just like, and it is shit, but it is good for being the first.
Yeah. You gotta have a first step somewhere.
Put the puzzle pieces together, and it's like all right, this goes here, and then we're just like, well, why don't we just like start here and just go and then start over, add more pieces.
It seems like you guys really just flow with it.
We try.
Instead of forcing it, it seems very organic what you all are doing.
We try. I will. You can't bullshit anybody. It's like that. It still takes immense effort to do anything.
Right.
You know
of
what
course.
I mean? No, I guess honestly, my best advice to anybody that is just to start doing something. You know what I mean? It's like. Don't worry about how it sounds. It's going to sound like shit.
Like Master Yoda always says, it's do or do not. There is no try.
Or if you want to steal, if you want to steal modern taglines, Nike's, just do it.
Right.
Do it.
Do the roar.
And speaking of just doing it, where can folks come out and see you all live?
Yeah.
What's coming up for you guys?
That was my next guess.
I had a feeling.
That went right over our heads.
Space Camp, you're gonna start some like nighttime infomercials and just that wholesome salesman.
Sell you this item, I will.
No, you at shows. So March, we have March 16th in Park Hills, Missouri at the Park Hills Underground.
Great venue. And, love those guys. Those guys are awesome.
And then I believe the 24th, we're in Springfield for Queen City Shout.
23rd. The 11th, we're in Englewood.
Oh, yeah. Englewood Arts in Independence, Missouri. So that's our March shows as of right now. We could very well add more. But
and then heading into April, we got the Eclipse Festival.
Okay, yeah, that's in Indiana.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's a little road trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all are not just all over Missouri. You're all over, all over.
We've been to Nebraska.
Oh.
My condolences.
Yeah.
It's just pretty fun, actually.
I lived in Omaha for about a quarter of a year, so.
What was it, Lincoln?
Yeah, well, we played in Lincoln.
And
Just
y'all,
west of Omaha.
Y'all open for Afroman?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We opened for Afroman the 28th of December. That was pretty cool.
Okay.
It's like a 5-hour drive.
Yeah, well, yeah, about five. And it's kind of crazy though, because you say like a little bit of a road trip, and it's like after going to Lincoln and Omaha and then coming home, because we didn't have any shows on the way back, everything feels like a breeze after that, because it's like 7 hours from there. But yeah, and I've driven. Well, obviously I've. I'm making a fool. This is turning into a nightmare.
You did it.
I tripped on my words. No, I've always been like a travel-oriented guy. I've always liked driving, so it's not really that big of a deal for me. It's actually very suitable for my personality. I don't like being cooped up.
That's what I actually do for my job.
Travel?
No, I actually do patrols from 8 to 10 hours a night.
Do you carry a machete?
No, my boss would kill me. He's asked me to stop bringing such huge, sharp, pointy pointies.
Pointy pointies?
Yeah, sharp, sharp, pointy pointies.
There's another term he'll be adding to his lexicon.
Yeah, I
should be. I should have. He's adding that.
Yeah, sharp, pointy pointies,
I know what
and fuck teeth. Those are my contributions to your lexicon.
Thank you.
And then we also have the
Namaste.
benefit of having you all come out in July.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
July, I don't
Yeah,
remember.
yeah.
July 20th.
The 20th.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, I have to take like a month at a time to like memorize dates.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, so
We're
yeah,
traveling everywhere,
Yep.
so.
I will say
This is
though.
the song that never.
June,
Don't for no.
mid
Stuck in your head now.
to late June, we are actually doing our first mini tour. So,
Nice.
so it's basically going to be, as of right now, it's from Park Hills to Indiana to Louisville to Nashville, Memphis,
All right.
Joplin. So it's just like a big,
Yeah.
it's like a mini tour.
Yeah.
Regional tour. It's like 7 shows in 8 days. So,
Well, tell everybody out there how to get a hold of y'all.
well, my social security number and my street
Your government
address is-
control number?
I make that joke more often than you'd think.
He does.
Seriously.
But where can you find us? You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. They're all at Phantom Sam or at Phantom Sam Band, except for Instagram is at Phantom Sam's Gram. And all you got to do, they're all the same. Look for the hat, the top hat. They're all the same. And check out Phantom Sam's Art of the Jam on YouTube. It's our podcast. Check out Phantom Sam's Cache of Contraband. Everything has to rhyme.
I've noticed this pattern.
Yeah, Phantom Sam, except for Phantom Sam and the Dirty Machine.
Yeah, that was the one odd one I noticed. I was like, I was mulling that over, but I didn't say anything.
Well,
I was like, that does not fit the pattern. What happened?
GM Kim, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm so confused. Please
know.
help me.
I'm sorry. But, big shout out to, can I plug some stuff
please
that's
do.
not?
Absolutely.
Okay, because I just want to say that the art for the band was made by Wasted Warehouse Studios, and that is also not my company but my girlfriend's company, and she's an artist. She does all sorts of shit,
dude.
but she does all the art for the band. We have new merch designs coming out soon.
Nice.
And then the shirts were actually printed by my brother at loveboyjordan.com. So if any of those needs, go for it. I'm just shamelessly plugging things. I'm sorry. Just
That's
tell me
what
to
the
shut
end of
up
the
and I
show.
will.
No, that's what the end of the show is for, and let us know who your support group is. And
Yeah.
I mean,
'cause-
we're here to support independent artists of all kinds, honestly.
yeah. So
Definitely music first, but
yeah. Well, you got to think it's Phantom Sam is a band, but there's so much like multimedia that goes into it. You know what I mean? And so everybody needs to be credited. I feel like, you know, it's not.
Absolutely.
It takes a village.
Exactly.
I don't know if that applies,
Yeah,
but
it takes a village to raise an idiot.
okay. But I will say, because
And Hero said stick. I'm sorry.
before we wrap up here, hi mom. But I will say, Space Camp, you've barely said shit.
Oh, you
I know.
whatever. You
I
just
just- dude,
talking.
I kept
if
looking
you-
at you waiting
Do
for
you
words.
want me to talk over you? Like,
No, but you can also be like,
I don't.
Space
But
Camp, I
you
was
are
looking
pretty
at
much.
you waiting for words.
I do
really
Pretty
was.
much. You pretty much covered a whole lot of.
Well,
I got a gas
he's
station
he's a
coffee.
drummer, so he's used to being the silent guy back there, just beating the
How
skins
much
with a couple of
your
sticks.
former
And
rap, you know,
leaks into the
Yep.
music. None.
That
barely.
one died already.
just not even going
So,
that direction.
yeah.
Hold on.
At all within it.
Like,
Like even your jam sessions.
No.
No, not really.
like I freestyle. I try to freestyle or
Yeah.
do that at least once a day when I'm not with him, just to
Okay.
kind of keep up on it. You know.
Stay sharp.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause,
that makes sense.
I definitely been working on material and stuff. I do have an album that I need to put out on YouTube, but it's just
Well,
haven't.
come on, let's have it, man.
Yeah, so just the lack of technology.
I understand.
Yeah,
There you
so-
go.
Still going.
Understand.
Well, that's what I was about to say. Is due to lack of battery in our
Camera.
Chris-facing camera,
Yes.
It dead?
it died.
Oh no!
So you can hear me, but you can't see me. So yeah, we're catching all of your goofy faces right now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Unfortunately, that's enough for this episode. Again, don't forget to like, subscribe,
Yes.
comment, hit that
all
bell
comments.
button so you get notified whenever we present new content out there for you.
Yep.
And until next time.
Chewie.
You lose all motor functions, overblown fuse ain't lit. I gotta find me something just to get my skin to move again. You've reached max fuel consumption. I think your wire's stripped. Maybe they're breaking you down just to build